2 years ago, I packed my bags, said goodbye to everything familiar, and chased my dreams halfway across the world to Seoul, South Korea. From the excitement of my first modeling shoot to the quiet cafe days writing for my urban fantasy series, this journey has been nothing short of life-changing. And today, I'm sharing my favorite projects and moments that have made it all worth it. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Sadie. I'm a model, actor, and author based here in South Korea, and in the month of December, it marks the 2-year anniversary since I moved here to begin my career in entertainment. So with that in mind, I thought it was the perfect opportunity to talk about some of the amazing projects that I've been able to be a part of and reflect on them together with you. But before I get into things, I have a special gift from Sade Louise. If you remember from my last video, they gifted me this heart necklace, and this time around, they've actually given me complimentary pieces that I'm so excited to share with you guys. The first piece is actually another necklace. It's so cute. It's this gold mini heart chain. And if you're wondering why it's gold, it's because of the matching earrings they sent me. I don't know if you can see it very well, but they're actually gold and silver, which goes perfectly with this combination. I've been absolutely loving wearing these pieces because I feel like they just invite a little bit more of love and self-love into my life when I wear them and pair them with different outfits. And so if you would also like to check them out, everything can be found linked in the caption below. Now let's get into the good stuff. This first modeling project that I want to talk about is actually my first ever lookbook in South Korea, which is actually so special to me because it was my first, and it really made me feel like my career in Korea was finally beginning, because the first few months when I lived here, work was few and far between, and so on this day in particular, it was so special. But the brand is called Yan, and at the time at least, it was solely run by one person, and she was so incredibly sweet and talented and did everything herself, including taking the photos, and that to me was just so aspirational. I think what adds to this shoot being so special to me is actually earlier in the day I had another shoot for a commercial, and so I had to bounce around town, and it was kind of like that super busy feeling that just made me be like, wow, this is my life now. And you know, since entertainment can be a pretty difficult field to get into, especially in a foreign country, this feeling was even more special to me because it just reminded me that I could have the confidence to do this, and that is a feeling that I still hold on to this day. When it comes to acting, I have so much to say. So most of the acting roles that I've had have mostly been extra or background in different K-dramas that some have come out and some are still yet to be released. But there's one project in particular that really felt like an entirely different milestone in my entertainment career. And what's terrible about this is, as much as I'd love to share and reflect with you guys, I literally can't. This project was literally my first lead role in a major project, and because it's not going to be released until who knows when, I'm still under NDA and can't talk about it. I'm such a yapper, and so it's so difficult not being able to share because I just want to be like, look, this is what I was in, this is what I did this summer. But unfortunately, you're just gonna have to follow along and stay tuned until that happens. But one thing that I did learn on this project that I can share with you guys is that I found an adoration for acting that I didn't know existed within me. If we're talking about that living flame of passion that lies within all of us for the different things that we want to pursue, it was like I was utterly consumed and lit up in ways that I've just never experienced before. And that was definitely really eye-opening for me, and honestly changed the trajectory of what I thought my entertainment career was going to look like. And it makes me even more excited to be able to share with you guys one of these days. But yeah, I honestly am just so immensely proud of myself for what I was doing this summer and what it means for the future. But since I can't talk about that acting project, I can talk about some of the acting I've had to do in different K-pop and actually J-pop music videos, which I know everyone is always super curious about. There are actually 4 projects that I want to talk about, so I'm just going to do them in order that I shot them from the start of my career until now. The first one is the iconic Queen card by G-Idol. It was so special to me because if we're talking about first, that was also my first music video that I was ever a part of, and even though I didn't have a big role, it was really special for me because I was actually able to wear a denim set that I made originally for Seoul Fashion Week that I didn't end up getting a chance to wear, but I wore that in the music video because the styling guide that they gave us was like Y2K, and so I was like, oh well, I already have an outfit that is perfect, I'll just wear that. And then I ended up even like matching with some of the members, and so that was just a really cool experience. The second music video I want to talk about was shooting with Sistar's Soyu for her Aloha music video. And this music video was such a cool shoot because they actually flew us to Jeju Island, where we stayed for, I believe, 3 days and 2 nights. And during this time, we kind of bounced around the island shooting at different locations with her, and she was just so incredibly sweet and nice to work with. And you know, it was kind of fun too because we even had this one day where we had quite a long break, and our bus driver ended up taking us out to the ocean, and so we were able to swim in the middle of this shoot as well, which I just think is so random and cool. Like, who gets to do that? But I specifically remember getting to kind of play her bestie in the music video, and her even teaching us the dance moves that ended up making it into the music video as well. The third one I want to talk about is actually not a music video, but a VCR for a fan meeting, and that was when I got to work with Stray Kids for one of their fan meetings this year actually. And what was so fun about this is that we were all in this magic school, and my character got to magically grow flowers with just her hands, and just getting to shoot that, how fun. I mean, I'm a fantasy author, and so that type of role is just absolutely a blast for me. Finally, the last music video I want to talk about was working with JO1 for their Love Seeker music video, which I was so sick for. I mean, I came down with one of the worst colds ever. I honestly don't know how I survived this day, let alone was selected to play one of the love interests that ends up rejecting them. I think one of the funniest scenes that I had to film with them was, I believe they're an 11-member group, but I was working with 6 or 7, and they were singing and dancing in front of me, and they were just using my silhouette. But try having that many men singing and confessing their love to you. I didn't know how to react, and I'm sick and I'm trying to stay still. I was suffering that day. It was so funny. And of course, for clarity, I do mean just confessing love because of the song and the lyrics, but they're staring into my eyes because that's the direction the director gave them. And so I was just frozen in my seats, and also trying not to cough. But honestly, the members were really lovely, and they even taught me a few Japanese words like ganbatte and otsukare sama deshita. Excuse my pronunciation. And so it was really nice working with them, and that was a very interesting and fun experience to have. But when it comes to my author career, some of you may know me as the author Sade Louise, which I use on a lot of my social media as well, and that I have my first debut published book called Blood of the Lotus that is available to purchase everywhere. But within these last 2 years specifically, I have been working on writing the second installment in the series, which, although it has been slow because of just balancing beginning an entertainment career, living in a new country, learning Korean, it's just taking longer for me, and that's okay. But I felt like it was still a project that I could share and talk and reflect on with you guys, so let's get into it. One of the first things I want to share is actually kind of a funny but inspirational story in a way. But basically, I have this friend, and I was talking about my book with him, and in like the process of like talking about it with him, even though I had known him for like weeks, months before that, I like was like looking at him and I was like, wait a minute, you look exactly like one of my characters and you fit the age range, you just need to play him. And so that was a really fun experience, because I feel like seeing one of your characters come to life in that sort of way is kind of just like a mind-blowing experience. The second thing I want to talk and reflect on with you guys kind of goes along again with the taking me so long to write this second book. I'm currently halfway through right now, but recently I've set a goal for myself to finish it, at least the first draft, by the end of this year. And yes, it is December already, and so halfway is like 60-some thousand words for me right now, and so I have like another 60,000 words to write. But I believe in myself. However, I thought of a fun idea to keep myself accountable, and that was giving you guys both a prize and myself a penalty if that doesn't happen. So I have some ideas that I'll be sharing in the caption below, and I would love for you guys to share any penalties or prizes that you guys would want from me, like, I don't know, a special reading of reading the first 2 chapters of the book, or reenacting one of the scenes as Nova, my main character, or in penalties, I don't know, you can maybe do something embarrassing, I don't know. Whatever it may be, I thought this would be a great way to keep me accountable and hopefully get the second book into your guys' hands as soon as possible. Looking back on these last 2 years, I am just so incredibly grateful for all the things I've had the opportunity to be a part of, and all the amazing people that I've been fortunate enough to meet along the way. Every project, every late night shoot, every page I've ever written in these last 2 years is just bringing me closer and closer to my dreams. But this is just the beginning, and I'm so excited to see what the future holds for me, and even more excited to take you guys along the journey beside me. Thank you so much for watching and for all your support in these last 2 years. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below what your favorite moment from this video was, or even let me know what you're chasing in your journey. I'm so excited to hear from you. See you guys next time.
From now I will feel the ocean through